Let's get right into it. Number 1. Craving excessive sugar and fat. Imagine yourself living in an era of scarcity. Food is uncertain. A harsh winter, a weak harvest, an escaped animal, any of these could mean hunger. In this world, your body develops a powerful instinct. Crave what's most caloric. Sugar and fat are treasures. A handful of honey or a piece of fatty meat could mean the difference between surviving and getting sick. The brain learns that whenever you find something like that, you should indulge, and indulge a lot. This instinct was essential for our species' survival. It guided us for millennia. But now you live in a world where sugar is in juice, bread, sauces, and coffee, and fat is hidden in everything from snacks to ready-made meals. What was once rare has become common, and your body, poor thing, still thinks it's living in the past. When you crave a sweet or greasy snack, it's not a lack of willpower. It's instinct trying to protect you, just in the wrong context. The result is a modern paradox. What once saved us now makes us sick. Obesity, diabetes, heart disease. Today's challenge is to retrain that ancient desire in a world of abundance. Eating less has become the new act of survival. Number 2. Procrastinating tasks that offer no immediate reward. Now imagine yourself living in ancient times where every action had a clear and immediate purpose. If you picked fruit, you ate. If you hunted, you had meat. If you built a shelter, you slept safely that same
Why
night.
is no?
Effort
Why
and reward went
yo?
hand in hand. If you
Why
hunted, you
is
had
it?
meat. If
What the fuck is he doing, bro? That's not.
you built a shelter, you slept safely that same night. Effort and reward went hand in hand, with almost no delay. In this setting, the brain adapted to value things that brought quick results. It was a matter of survival. Now think about today's world. You need to study for an exam that's a month away, or start a project that won't pay off until next year. Your brain, shaped over millions of years to expect immediate rewards, struggles. It asks, but what about now? Where's the payoff? And then comes procrastination. You delay, stall, get distracted. Not because you're lazy, but because your brain still operates as if everything must happen in the present. This difficulty in acting without immediate return is natural, but dangerous in today's world. Important tasks require long-term thinking, something our ancestral brain was never trained to do. So understanding procrastination also means understanding we're fighting an evolutionary legacy, an ancient challenge in a new setting. Number 3, the impulse to conserve energy at all costs. Imagine yourself living in a harsh environment thousands of years ago. Food is scarce, the cold is constant, and physical effort is unavoidable. In this scenario, the human body develops a powerful survival strategy. Conserve energy whenever possible. If there's no guarantee of the next meal, it's best to move as little as necessary. The brain learns that saving effort is smart. It's how you survive until the next challenge. But today, the world is different. Food is just a few steps away in the fridge, and almost everything can be done with the touch of a button.
Yeah.
Still, your brain operates with the same ancient logic. It says, why take the stairs if there's an elevator? Why walk if I can drive? Even knowing that exercise is good, that eating better prevents disease, that healthy choices improve your life, your body hesitates. Deep down, it still thinks it's trying to survive on the African savanna. This impulse to conserve energy is natural, but today it's a trap. In a world of abundance, real survival depends on the opposite. Spending energy consciously, making effort has become a choice, and resisting laziness, a true act of evolution. Number 4, fixation on problems and threats. Imagine yourself living deep in the jungle, surrounded by predators, storms, and invisible dangers. At any moment, a sound could mean a hungry animal. A strong wind could signal destruction. In this unpredictable world, paying attention to what's wrong is what keeps you alive. So the brain adapts. It gives more weight to threats than to good news. Seeing the negative isn't pessimism, it's a survival instinct. This programming worked perfectly in the past. Ignoring a strange noise could be fatal. But now you live in a world with fewer tigers and more notifications. The brain, however, hasn't noticed the change. It still focuses on what might go wrong. An unanswered email, a tense message, a bad headline on your phone. The result? Constant anxiety. The feeling that something bad is always about to happen. This exaggerated focus on the negative protected us for millennia, but today it creates imbalance. The mind clings to what's missing, what threatens, what irritates, and forgets to appreciate what's already good. Understanding this is the first step to breaking the cycle. Training the brain to also see the positive is now a new way to survive. Number 5, exaggerated fear of failing in public. Now imagine yourself living in a small tribe where everyone knows each other. Every move you make is watched. If you fail at hunting, sharing food, or making a key decision, it could damage your standing in the group. Being seen as incompetent or unreliable could lead to exclusion from the tribe, and in that world, that meant real danger. The fear of failing publicly wasn't vanity, it was survival. Avoiding failure meant avoiding isolation. This instinct is deeply imprinted in the brain, but today the context has changed. You live in a much larger society with more freedom to start over and fewer physical consequences for making mistakes. Yet, that ancient fear still operates. The idea of failing in front of others creates paralysis, anxiety, creative blocks. You think a dozen times before trying something new, fearing judgment, even when your tribe is just a WhatsApp group or social media followers. This exaggerated fear, once protective, now holds us back. It keeps us from innovating, taking risks, learning from failure. Overcoming the fear of failing in public is today one of the keys to moving forward, and maybe the real test of courage in the modern era. Number 6, looking for patterns where none exist. Now imagine yourself walking through the forest. The leaves rustle slightly. A strange sound comes from the brush. You stop, hold your breath, and think, this could be a predator. Even without certainty, your brain makes a connection. It sees a pattern, a repetition, a sign of danger, and that saves your life. Better to be overly cautious than caught off guard. Over time, the brain got better and better at spotting patterns, even when they weren't really there. This instinct brought us this far, but today, it operates in a different world. Now, when two things happen close together, you might think they're connected. You see signs in numbers, coincidences in dates, hidden messages in random events. That's where superstitions, conspiracy theories, and overinterpretation begin. The same mechanism that once protected you now might be misleading you. Seeing patterns where none exist is a legacy from the wild. But today, instead of fleeing from a beast, you might be running from reality. The mind craves meaning, even if it has to invent it. Recognizing this impulse is a step toward living with more clarity, separating fact from what's just a reflection of our ancient alert system. Number 7, distrusting sudden changes. Now imagine yourself living thousands of years ago in familiar territory where every rock, every tree, every sound has meaning. Your brain learned that safety comes from repetition. A step out of routine, a new path, an unfamiliar plant on your plate, any of these could mean danger. A new environment might hide predators. A new routine could break the survival balance. So the instinct was clear: avoid the unknown. This suspicion was crucial for a long time. But today the setting is different. You're no longer running from lions when moving to a new neighborhood, nor risking your life by trying a new work system or technology. Yet the brain still reacts as if you're in the wild. It resists. It gets suspicious. It says no before it thinks. Even when the change is clearly positive, like a healthy new habit, a better job, or a lighter lifestyle, the first impulse is to reject it. This resistance to change is a legacy from dangerous times, but today it can be an obstacle disguised as protection. Recognizing this ancient reflex is the first step to overcoming it, because sometimes evolving means allowing yourself to change.
That's true.
Number
yeah.
8, undervaluing achievements that take time. Now imagine yourself living in a world where everything important needs to happen now. Finding food, sheltering from the rain, escaping a predator. Life is immediate. Time is short, and tomorrow is uncertain. In this setting, your brain adapts to seek quick rewards. If a fruit is ripe, pick it. If the prey is close, run. Waiting was never a smart survival strategy, but today the greatest achievements come from the opposite. Studying for years to reach a profession, saving money little by little to achieve a dream, building a strong relationship with patience and presence. All of this takes time, and the brain, trained for now, gets impatient. It wants quick rewards, instant applause, immediate results. When they don't come, it gets discouraged. Long-term efforts feel too hard. This difficulty in valuing what takes time is a biological reflex, but it's also one of the great challenges of modern life, because the sweetest fruits, knowledge, stability, true intimacy, only grow with time. Overcoming impatience is now a sign of maturity, and understanding that waiting is also a form of achieving is a sign of real evolution. And that's all for today. I'll be making more videos like this in the future. Subscribe.
Damn, that is crazy. That's true as hell. Wow. 200 subscribers, bro. That's it? And I'm subscribing, yo. What? That is crazy.